going on, my nerd army guys? So last week I posed a question to you in our first announcement for Nerds Rank. So my question was, what is the greatest video game franchise of all time? Now the way this is going to work, and from now on every single week, this is going to be how it works. I pose the question to you guys. You guys go ahead and vote on it down in the comments below. I will tally up all the votes, and I will take the votes from Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else that I post the question, and I will tally them all up all together, guys. So then I will read them back to you and give you the winners by your vote. So this week, like I said, was what is the greatest video game franchise of all time. So I've tallied all the votes, got everything worked up, guys. So let's start it from number 5. Number 5. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has been known as one of the most recognized RPG games of all time. But with a calculated and intricate gameplay, these games probably keep us more entertained than any other game has in so long, and probably for the foreseeable future. These games will continue to come out and just wow us beyond belief. Number 4. Batman the Arkham series. The Batman games changed the way we look at superhero video games. Mostly in the sense that Batman, in a dark, brooding setting, really dark, heavy on the darkness in the setting, goes through and we get to see some of the most iconic villains ever brought to a game console. And Batman gets to take on some of the greatest achievements, fights, and battles we get from any superhero. And we get to see it in such an amazing way. These games really have changed the genre altogether for that superhero game kind of feel. Number 3, the Assassin's Creed series. So the Assassin's Creed series is my personal favorite video game series. But beyond that, this game series has really changed the style of gameplay we get from anything coming out since the first Assassin's Creed. The thought that we can go back in time and experience our family's past and history and where our ancestors were in certain points in time and relive everything through their body is mind-blowing. And now, with the popularity of these games keep coming out every single year, new games every year. Assassin's Creed Syndicate actually gets released next week, so I'm really excited for that. But this game has just blown up in popularity, and now there is going to be a feature-length movie starring Michael Fassbender as the assassin. So this game has a well-deserved spot on this list. Number 2. Now guys, number 2 was voted by you guys as Mass Effect. Now the Mass Effect series has been called one of the greatest space-generated series ever. So this game, all in all, following Commander Shepard through the ups, the downs, the sideways, and the crazy shit that happens through every single game, has made this game a staple for gamers and made it one of the most memorable games of all time, making it all the way up to number 2. Now guys, before we get into the number 1, I'm going to give us some honorable mentions. You guys voted, so I don't want to leave them out, guys. Here's some of the most voted honorable mentions that we have.
If there's one thing I've learned in all these years, it's there's no such thing as a surefire plan.
I don't really have an option here. You know that.
My heart's a battleground. Has lost some routine. But one relentless never broken out. Has lost some routine.
Now guys, we're down to number 1. So number 1, guys, is going to be Mario. The Mario franchise is one of the biggest in video games. Mario starting all the way back with some DK going on. That was awesome. Boom. Now we're into Mario in 8-bit, which was where I started playing Mario. And Mario has actually grown to one of the biggest game franchises and made Nintendo a household name. Nintendo probably would have got there on their own, but Mario gave them that little nudge. Easily one of the most recognizable video game figures ever. Mario has made his way into every one of our hearts. Especially if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know who the hell Mario is. Nowadays, you still know who Mario is, because he's everywhere. But guys, that was how you guys voted him. Mario was by far the highest voted video game for this list. Now guys, it's time. Next week's question is going to be, what is the best video game system of all time? Let me know, guys, right down there in the comments below, and you might be featured right here on next week's show. So guys, thank you very much for placing your votes. Make sure to go down there, hit that subscribe button to keep up with the weekly video I will be doing for this, and make sure to go cast your vote for the greatest video game system of all time. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'm Andrew. You have been watching Nerds Memorized. Peace out. Hey guys, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you go click that big, sexy subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time right here on Nerds Memorized.